So a couple of weeks ago, I decided to listen to the internet and get better at making games by joining a game jam on itch. After searching for a bit, I found one that called to me. Scream Forever 2025. Perfect. I love horror. So I made a game with my wife, just substitute anytime I say I with us, called Loop Protocol. And to my surprise, it got 7th place. Yay! Number 4 in horror. You may be asking yourself, wait a minute, Winston Labs. The title says you won your first game jam. What gives? You might even be angry at me and want to click off this video. But wait, I'm sorry, please don't. I'm not lying, I did win my first game jam.
So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
Winning the game jam to me is looking back at my journey so far. Starting off in Unity this year, I followed the Unity learning pathways, made this weird little obstacle game, thanks GameDev.tv, made this weird little obstacle game, again, thanks to the fine people at GameDev.tv, and finally, made Loop Protocol. A huge jump, if I say so myself. So, in reality, looking back, finishing a game in a week and submitting it to a game jam, regardless of rating, was a wild journey and a total win. Not to say there weren't bumps in the journey, from bugs and more bugs, literal trash fires, mechanics acting wonky and doing unintended things, to learning about menus and UI and writing lore, which was a whole process that I was not prepared for. And putting way too many lights in one spot, pretty much breaking my game, as you can see. And also learning what is pretty much an entire other discipline that people dedicate their whole life to, 3D modeling. And by learning, I mean my wife learned, not me. Thank goodness I'm not a complete solo dev. I feel bad for those guys out there just on their own, alone on an island. But these are just a fraction of the assets she painstakingly made for Loop Protocol. And then also making a YouTube channel of all the other jam games. Why? Just why? Now I have to make videos. And finally, the whole process of publishing and making the itch page, I'd say the reward was all in the process, and I hope that the 10 people who do watch this video will be inspired to join a jam. So what's next for Winston Labs? Where do we go from here with game dev and this YouTube channel? Well, I'll repeat the process, search for and join another game jam, try new things, like this first-person shooter that I've been starting working on. That's deceivingly difficult, especially if you're stubborn like me and want a full body model. Why am I like this? Or this dope grass shader. Shout out to Binary Lunar and their amazing tutorial. I'll link it in my description. So what's next? More games in the lab, more to learn, and hopefully more people to connect with. Thank you so much if you are watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good one.